Hello to my Taurians. This is Queen Moon Bride coming to you with your last quarter moon phase. The moon is in Cancer. And after Cancer, it's going to be moving into Leo. So when the moon is in Cancer, this is where you really want to focus on your creativity, because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it can make you feel extra creative. Some people would say moody, just because people sometimes tend to look at the negative side of Cancer, not people that are Cancers. I mean, they could make you focus on people that you know that are of the zodiac sign Cancer, but Cancers rule fourth house. So fourth house, Cancers rule fourth house, and fourth house is all about family and ancestry, right? So you could think about a best friend that's Cancer, or a person that you know that's a Cancer, and it could kind of sort of make you start thinking about Cancers being moody. But think about the light side of Cancers. Cancers really are sweethearts. They are ruled by the moon. Cancers and Leos are the only two signs that are not ruled by planets, right? Like you all are ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics. You and Libras are ruled by Venus, but Venus rules you all differently. The dark side of Venus is that it can be vain, vengeful, green with envy. You all rule second house. Libra rules seventh house, right? And so you don't want to do an injustice to yourselves by not knowing how to nurture yourselves. So it's in your best interest to know what your moon sign is. So while the moon is in Cancer, and Cancer being a water sign, you really want to know how to nurture yourselves when your water gets low, or like when your emotions. Water is would be your emotions. So when you get hangry, right? When you say, okay, I'm hungry, you really could be thirsty, right? So that could mean reading a good book. It could be watching a movie. It could be taking a class, maybe learning something new. And like I mentioned on like some other videos, other zodiac sign videos, YouTube has tons of full free videos. Like a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that YouTube has a lot of free full videos. So take a break. Take a break. Go to your local museums. I love museums myself. I know here where I live in New York, there's tons of museums everywhere. I love museums. I love art. And so, of course, I don't post a lot of things on YouTube. That's just part of personal life. You want to keep things like that off of social media. But if you love movies, art, if you like going out to restaurants or like hanging out with your friends, keep that part of your life private. Keep some of those things off of social media. Everything is not for social media consumption, right? But those things, if you like you have some of the authors that have books, they actually read their books on YouTube for free, right? I'm sure they're getting paid because it's their work, their art. So they're getting paid, for monetizing their own work, but you're benefiting from it. You don't necessarily maybe getting paid on like platforms like Audible, Amazon's Audible, plus getting paid possibly on YouTube platform as well, and maybe other platforms as well, just because it is their artwork, as they should, right? But it's also giving you some ideas in case you want to write a book, putting your art form in places like Audible or YouTube, and giving you all these creative ideas. So, and then of course, if you want to take classes, there's YouTube University if you want to start your own YouTube channel. So many creative ideas when the moon is in Cancer. So you get this flush of this flood of ideas when the moon is in Cancer, because it is a water sign, right? Water signs. When the moon moves into water signs, that's where you get a flood of ideas. And so some people use that the time when the moon moves into a water sign to create chaos and confusion. Some people use when the moon, because they're not used to being indoors. They're not used to using that water time for creating something that could create a flood of income for them, right? Some people use that for just chaos and confusion, and some people use it for creativity, right? Getting inspired, going to a museum and thinking, oh, you know what, I'm getting some creative ideas. Maybe I can start a t-shirt line. I just got some ideas, right? So let's get into this. Let's get into this for you. See what's going on here as we're closing out a cycle, winding down. We had a hunter's moon so that you are not a slave to your emotions. Some people are really a slave to their emotions and they go on an attack. I mentioned in previous videos, I don't know if I mentioned in your video, I made reference to the movie Django, this specific character, Steven, in the movie Django, and how like, and I talked about the symbolism of the character Steven in the movie Django, but I was symbolizing right like how when you're a slave to your emotions, and sometimes how you can be, you know, reactive and overdoing it, right? Instead of, yeah, so somebody is learning how to get real focused, like really focused, staying away from these karmic couples. One succumbs to passive and powerless behavior, the other one is egotistical and materialistic, right? And so you're staying away from energies who rush you to do things, and recognizing that you are a divine feminine sign, zodiac sign. Doesn't matter what physical body you're in, man or woman, you're starting to get some ideas as I'm talking right now. You're ruled by a feminine planet. Libras and Taurians have an eye for art, music, and aesthetics. You all are money magnets. You all need to be as far away from any, this is fire energies, who don't know how to use their fire. You all need to be away from those types of energies. People who instigate, keep you fired up for the wrong reasons. Y'all need to be around people who just, like I just inspired you all to stay, y'all need to stay connected to people who know how to use their fire properly. I just ran off a litany of things that you can use your fire for. People who inspire you, motivate you, people who get you inspired the right way. Go to museums, you know, even if it's raining, perfect time. A lot of people don't want to get out in the rain. That's the perfect time to get out. Put your hoodie on, grab your rain attire, go to the museums. Nobody's out there. You grab your little phone note section, notepad, get some inspirational ideas for making some t-shirts. You know, get your businesses going. Get focused. Get focused. Somebody is coming up with some ideas right now. Is there anything that's in the way? So this is the current idea here. Current idea. Somebody is getting focused real fast. Get away from these people. This right here, you're breaking some kind of generational cycle, chain, and curse. This is family right here. You are getting away from these karmic couples in your family. You and somebody are getting away from karmic couples in your family that are jealous. I keep trying to tell y'all, listen, you and somebody, it could be a son and it could be you and a child, an adult child. It could be you and a spouse. It could be you and a parent. You and somebody are getting laser focused. I'm telling you. And it could just be you by yourself, because 8 is a money exchange number. So a fire has been put up under you, but it's not the dark side of a fire. You're even getting away from so-called friends. You breaking some kind of generational cycle, chain, and curse, but you're getting away from people. And I'm talking to you wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. Taurus just happens to rule 2nd house, but you are breaking away. 8th house is the death card. I mean, Scorpio, we're not talking about a Scorpio. Scorpio rules 8th house. 8th house is the house of intimacy and shared possessions. You're not trying to share anything with people who getting you fired up for the wrong reasons. You're not trying to share ideas with those people who getting you all mad, hot under the collar. They want to nuck if you buck. They trying to fight. They want to go cuss somebody. They always down for something ignorant. They not down for something. Let's go to the park. Let's go grab a notepad. Let's go get some ideas. Let's go hug a tree. Let's go get inspired. Let's go to a museum. Let's go do something that's gonna, you know, let's come up with a business plan to attract some kind of income. They always down for something crazy, something very low vibrational, teenagers. You got to understand, this is solar plexus chakra energy, right, which is developed between the ages of 15 through 21. I'm quite sure everybody who's tuned into this channel is over 18, because I look at the stats, right? Everybody that's tuned into this channel is over 18 years old. You're not down for no teenage, I see somebody as competition, let's go, you know, let's go get them, you know, who? Low vibrational mess. What's the challenge? Yeah. So this is what you have in common with somebody. Yeah, you have this in common with an Aquarius. You're somebody. You have friends. You have some friends in common with an Aquarius, and or you may know some people that an Aquarius knows, and you and an Aquarius could be trying to move on to dry land. And so, but y'all may have some people on opposite sides of the fence, meaning like people who are like opposite, like y'all know what I'm saying, have made opposite views of you and somebody else, right? And so you're just trying to move on through. You're just trying to move on through, and this would be an ancestor here, right? And so you're moving on to dry land. Somebody else could be trying to move on to dry land as well, and so. That's what you're trying to stay focused. Stay out of drama. Just stay out of drama. Stay away from drama. So here we have the Seven of Swords here. Recall. This is you recalling all your power. So once the cycle is closed out, 6 and 7. 6 and 6 is 12. Obviously 6 and 7 is 13. You made 13 is a number for transformation. Right? You made a very powerful transformation. Next time somebody assumes, because so many people have people, places, and things in common, the next time somebody starts to think, oh, we got people in common, somebody's saying it, I don't even buy into somebody's talking about somebody behind their back unless somebody says something to me directly, because we're talking about heart chakra. Heart chakra deals with the basic need for heart chakra is to love and to be loved, right? But it also deals with what you have in common, right? Whereas the solar plexus chakra deals with the opposite, competing and comparing. The heart chakra, which is the next chakra up, deals with what you have in common, right? It deals with love and to be loved, right? And so as you're transitioning on, as you see here, right? And you're moving on, you're taking all your power with you. You're recalling all of your power, all parts of you, to no harm to anybody. So as you're moving on, you're saying, I'm recalling all parts of me, harm to nobody. That's a mature way. This is developed between the ages of 22 to 40 something, right? This is a mature way to move on. So that means if somebody means you harm, that spell word goes right back to them, immediate return to sender. But apparently somebody has a fire energy in their midst who has a very toxic way of looking at something. You could have a toxic couple or somebody who is lasered in on something that really a chain needs to be broken. Something needs to end. Something needs to end. Somebody is a hothead, in other words. Somebody is a hothead. And that's the last thing that anybody needs connected to them, because it creates a lot of anxiety. It creates a lot of anxiety. At a certain age, it creates health issues. These cards came out in reverse. Yeah. The Judgment card came out in reverse. So it keeps people in their flesh, because it keeps people, the ancestors are not even clapping at this point, because it has people in their flesh, right? Here's the Hierophant. Something is simply material, right? Just in the material realm. And it's a misfortune. It's causing a misfortune. All of this came out in reverse. This don't make no sense. So it looks like, and these are major arcanas here, because somebody is now, like I said, somebody has already moved on. Like I said, harm to none, and it's causing a major misfortune. But you had to get focused real fast, like something really put a fire up under you, like something really inspired you really fast. Like, okay, I need to get focused fast. Like I have something in common with people that really got me focused fast, like in terms of family. And this is what, like family and friends, this is what I tell people all the time. We're all here on planet Earth together. And if people don't think as human beings, like, hello, welcome to Earth. You can look at celebrities, somebody you have never met before, somebody online you have never ever met before, and you can think, oh my God, this person has millions and millions of dollars. Let them start telling some of their personal testimonies and stuff that they're going through. You'll be like, oh my God, they're going through some of the same stuff that you're going through. You never met them. They put their pants on just like you do. They're going through some of the same things you're going through. People are thinking just because they got maids and some of them got wigs or man units, or they got limousines and $1 million homes and sprawling yards and manicured dogs and cats and this and that going on, and kids in private schools. When they start talking about some of the same things that they're going through, you think, okay, oh, you're going through some of the same things, same family issues. And then you almost like grieving for them because it's public, and you're just like, oh my God, they're actually putting that on social media. Like, this is the whole world seeing this mess. Like, and you feel bad for their kids, like that their kids have to go through this, cameras flashing, everybody's ridiculing, pointing at their kids. So something is it's unfortunate. Yeah, all of these came out in reverse. Yeah, so here we have the Eight of Swords here. So this is what you have in common with somebody. Somebody is something is happening really, really fast, right? Like somebody got somebody focused really, really fast. But you and somebody yeah, because the ancestors don't look pleased here. And the creativity has dried up. Oh, okay. I had a pop-up message. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't close this out. Okay. Yeah. Oops. And Eight of Swords connects us to Gemini. We're not talking about a Gemini. Gemini just rules third house, right? So something is a short drive away, right? But the creativity has drawn up. Has dried up. I say drawn up, but dried up. The creativity has dried up, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, whenever you see rain, wherever you live, somebody could live somewhere where the climate is warm year round, wherever you live. I don't know, because it's the World Wide Web. Because you can see here, it's warmer climate. So somebody could live maybe like Arizona, California. I don't know where people live. And then you see a lot of water here. So it could be a lot of different places where people live, but somebody is kind of sort of really clocking somebody's schedule, like what somebody does 8 hours a day. This could be also what somebody does 8 hours a day, like somebody's work schedule here, and just kind of sort of like what time somebody maybe possibly leaves the house. Somebody could be like, okay, like close to what time somebody possibly leaves the house, and then really kind of sort of getting somebody kind of like at the end of someone's work day, just like when the creativity dries up or something, like catching somebody at a later time of the day, like quick, like a quick catch somebody at the end of the day when their creativity is drying up or something like that. But somebody has really been meticulously studying someone's like meticulously study, and this is what somebody has in common with you and your family. Like somebody almost was like meticulously studying you, whoever you are, like kind of studying like when your energy kind of sort of weighs down. So make sure you're drinking your water, making sure you're pouring into yourself, whoever you are. So somebody almost is tracking you, like, so when your water is, when you're filled up, this is where I talk about moon signs so much. But somebody almost is tracking you, like, okay, let's see when this person, we can tell when this person is kind of weighed down. Like I always keep water next to me. Like I always keep like a big container, like always drinking a lot of water, you know, next to me. So somebody is trying to make, in other words, what I'm telling you all, Taurus, to help somebody, is somebody is trying to make a fortune off of you. Okay? And I don't know if somebody's going to hear what I'm saying or not, because for my collective community, I'm trying to help as many people as I possibly can. Whoever you are, I don't know who's tuned in. It doesn't even really matter who's tuned into my channel. It really doesn't matter. I'm trying to help my collective community, whoever you are. Drink your water. If you don't do anything else, drink your water, right? I don't know what people's moon sign is. This is a general reading. I try to help as many people as possible. I drink a lot of water myself. Drink your water, right? Try to eat foods that have high water content, because people are always on the prowl. This is what sixth house is. Like you have somebody who is meticulously trying to catch you slipping. Like somebody is trying to find out that this right here, this AC, how this person is on a motorcycle, like somebody is like really trying to catch something like real fast. Like, okay, that's it right there. Catch him. Like, you know, like that. Like somebody, you have a couple, you have a karmic couple. They're in a situation looking to make a fortune off of something. Like basically somebody is trying to catch you talking about them behind their back, right? But they're trying to catch you saying something legal, like something that they can catch you in some kind of legal something so they can jump right on it. So you need to be laser focused, right? So somebody want to catch you so they can say something to your face, right? Like catch you to say something to your face, to like what you say, or like what you say, Willis. I mean, obviously that would be a joke, right? Jokey joke, but trying to say something to you, something like real teenager-ish, like really kind of ridiculous, in other words, just stupid. So here we have 6, 7, and then like say major right here. Somebody wants to operate in the flesh with you, right? Just stupid. That's all I can say, just really stupid. And it's somebody that lives a short distance away from you, right? And they're part of a family. They're part of a karmic family. It would be like somebody using the slang term, like somebody wants smoke with you. Like somebody wants, you know, somebody want to say something to you, but they've been wanting to say something stupid to you. And I'm gonna just say this, is somebody that said, this is a person that you were probably in a relationship with anyway. Somebody that you were probably in a relationship with at some point in time, that wants to be familiar with who you're in a relationship currently. Somebody from your past, and they want to find out what's going on in your life. This is a, whoever you are, they want to know what's going on in your life. They're operating in the flesh. So this is somebody who is not mature at all, whoever this energy is. They want to know what's going on in your life. So they're looking for any reason to approach you. So the air about, speaking of air, because sword energy is air energy, right? So the air about them is very teenagerish. Like I said before, it's toxic energy, because they're always looking for a reason to link up. Any reason to link up, because 8 looks like, when you turn it to the side, looks like an infinity symbol, right? So they're looking for any reason to link up, any reason. So this is 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 8. You got 8, 8, right? And it's always in opposition. They inspire, just they catch wind of anything. So this is an opposition. This is somebody who is who sees you as an enemy. Y'all are opposites. Y'all are opposites. Right? So, and then we have 8 here. 888, right? So just like I'm telling you all in a high vibrational way, you should be inspired, and you don't see water here, right? You don't see water here in the number 8. So I'm giving you the water for the number 8, right? 8 of Cups would be you walking away from something, you ending something. That's 8 of Cups, right? You finally putting an end to something, right? That would be 8 of Cups. That's a person who is coming out of a depth of emotion and saying, like coming out of an ocean of emotion, saying, okay, I need to put an end to something. That's finally putting an end to something and walking outside in the sunlight. And I'm walking towards the sunlight. I'm doing a sunbathing, sun cleansing. I'm coming out of a depth of emotion. You got 8 of Wands here, 8 of Swords here, and 8 of Pentacles here, right? This is a person who has mastered something that you're working on. Pentacles is earth energy right here. So this is a person who has mastered something. So imagine you are in a karmic relationship with someone who is a firecracker. Could be a family member, a friend, or somebody you consider as a friend. Could be a best friend, same sex, whatever, platonic. Did you hear so-and-so? Oh, we ride it dawn. I can't believe, blah, blah, blah. They catch, when they talking about you behind your back, did you hear them say such and such, such stuff? Oh, we need to go say something to somebody. You could be using your time to be doing something else, like making some money, right? The eight of such and such, and this is like, we can catch them at work. That's very teenagerish, right? When people are out here inspired, they coming up with quick ideas, right? You're being inspired by quick ideas to say, hold on, I'm getting some downloads, I'm getting some ideas, I could be doing this, that, and the other. But this is why Source keeps trying to tell people, when you're around hot-headed people, it's one thing when you're a teenager. But when you get to a certain age, and when you're around people that's still like that, the onus is on you. Because at that point, you're guilty by association. That's not cute when you get to be older. Not at all. Because those type of energies dry up. This right here, this person is standing in a puddle. Because this right here is in your mind. Those types of energies dry up your inspiration. Because now you're confused. Now I had this download, and in mid-download, that creativity dries up. Because what was I thinking again? Then I've got to think harder. I got to work harder to master bringing in money. Because I was mid-thought. I had this quick download. About something. And here come this energy breaking my thought, breaking my train of thought, talking about somebody else. So Source is ending these types of relationships. Whoever you are, Source is ending these types of relationships in your life because they're causing too much reversal in your life. They're costing you too much. These are major arcanas here in reverse. They're costing you too much money. Whoever you are, they're costing you way too much money. And I don't know about you. Not that the economy now is any different than it's always been, for real. I mean, when you look at the economy and just like the changes and the shifts and all of this other stuff, because there's always something going on in the economy. But that's the reason why some people, when you're learning how to close out cycles in love, somebody is learning how to get a moon calendar. We have 8 major moon phases within one cycle, right? And we're in the last quarter moon phase of a cycle. Somebody is tired of feeling like, because this is a hunter's moon, somebody is tired of being a slave to their emotions. And even worse, being a slave to other people's emotions. So somebody's like, oh, we ride at dawn. You hear what somebody said about you behind your back? When too many people got the same thing in common. This is 888. 8 is a money exchange number, but the dark side of 8, the light side of 8 is getting focused on the vision that Source gave to you. Look up in numerology. That's the vision that Source gave you for your life, for your goods, products, and services. The vision that Source gave you, not the vision that Source gave another human being. The vision that Source gave to you, your 2 eyes. The spiritual vision that Source gave through your lens, right? The dark side of 8 is being connected to people who have either succumbed to passive and powerless behavior or egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. You can't see what they see because they're on a different frequency. That's why art is subjective. You see one thing when you look at something and you're like, okay, you see this whole vision for how you can make $1 million from something. They can't see it. No matter how many times they can sit there and look at it and they can't see nothing from it. And they telling you, oh, I can't see it. You like, you can't see how we can make $1 million from it. No, I can't see it. They telling you that your vision is blurred. Something wrong with you. You crazy. What I say? Too busy arguing. Distractions. So too busy talking about people behind their back. You can write in something because it's too much baiting and it's just too much baiting going on. You stuck at number 5, still trying to process stuff with certain people. Working too hard, dealing with certain energies. Too much baiting and switching. Right here, 3 of Wands. You trying to expand and certain people talking about people behind their back. Yeah. So looking at your cards here, somebody is talking about something is taking flight for somebody, and somebody is, either way, something is happening really fast. Like somebody is, and this is the difference, and this is what I used to see. This is what I used to see a lot in the government, right? You would have some people being fast-tracked through in their career. I mean, literally fast-tracked, just as fast as this thing. One day you look up, you see a person, a GS this, next thing you know, they in a management official position. Literally, they just boom, GS such and such. High level. Double digit, high level, right? 6 figures. Getting their raises on time. Boom, 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 boom. Getting their raises on time. Steps, grades, this, that, and the other. And people swearing up and down they slept with somebody. They must be doing this and that. Nope, they're not doing anything. They're doing everything they're doing. They're getting exceeds. Every time they're supposed to get their grades, they're getting them, right? Because they're focused. They're not in a whole bunch of gossip. They are focused. They're not bringing personal issues and stuff to work. They're not, in a whole bunch of this and that at work. And then you got some people, they can't stay out of gossip. Whole bunch of chaos and confusion going on. You got people that's being fast-tracked because they're not in a whole bunch of mess. And you got some people, they can't stay out of it. That's the difference. Some people, their creativity dries up because they can't stay focused. They can't stay focused. And you got some people, they mind their business, they stay to themselves, and they getting it. They got creative ideas coming to them. They sailing on through. And this is what I'm seeing that you have in common. This is what I'm saying this is a lot of people have in common. This is what you have in common. So you can breaking some kind of generational cycle chaining curse. And this is in your own family or your friendship group. It may not be like immediate family. It could be like distant family, like cousins or distant cousins or whoever it is in somebody's family. But whatever it is, you can ready to be fast tracked because you got too many downloads that keep getting broken. And you just like, okay, this don't make no sense. I'm telling y'all, whoever you are, Taurus, somebody's about to get so focused it won't even be funny, because this 8 right here, this 5 and 3 equals 8. That lets me know right here you are getting tired of falling for the bait. You are getting tired of falling for the bait. Some things at first are just gonna be laughable. You're just gonna just kiki and just go, okay, you know what? Some people are just going to have to talk about me turning my back. But hey, it's a whole world out there. And see this water right here? Water is variety, it's creativity. This is sacral chakra, right? And that's what I'm saying. A sacral chakra speaks to joy. It speaks to creativity. Some things are just going to be laughable. You're going to laugh and just keep it pushing. For real. You're just going to be like, okay, that's funny. You're going to get a kiki and that's going to be it. For real. It's not even... Some things you're just going to laugh. You're going to laugh and keep it pushing. And all these are going to turn back upright, right? You're going to start making a fortune. That's how easy it's going to be to attract things. Then you're going to see that nobody can stop or block. Nobody can really stop or block. I mean, people will keep trying to stop and block. Some of your, whoever these are, some of your family members and some of your, and I say family, it doesn't have to be immediate when I say family. It could be distant cousins, third remove, y'all know whatever family. Somebody on the tree, somebody on the family tree. Friends that may have been around for a long time or say they were your friends. Certain family members that's only popular because they're using your name and your likeness and your image. The only reason they're getting any kind of shine, and we see it on social media all the time, like whoever is listening, tuned in, look at some celebrities for real. The only reason why some of their family members are getting any kind of popularity for real, because their name, it would fizzle out if they weren't using some kind of smear campaign against some of their own loved ones. And that's a shame. It's sad. They would have to throw dirt on certain loved ones to try to bring them down in order to increase their worth and their value. And it's really, really sad. Instead of them looking at themselves and seeing that they're a star in their own right. So this is you right here. You're about to take off, whoever you are, you're about to take off like a rocket. And this is because you're going to be like, you know what? People going to think you turning your back on them, and it's really not. You're going to just laugh it off and just go, hey, I'm about to take a leap of faith. I'm just going to laugh it off, but I'm going to keep right on sailing on through. I'm going to recall all my power. No harm to anybody. I don't have anything negative. I'm reclaiming all my power. I'm recalling all of it. The restriction is in my mind. I'm just going to kiki. I'm going to get back to work. I'm turning all this, operating in the flesh. I'm turning it upright, and I'm getting to work. Yep, you're going to be able to defend your decision to move on from something without even coming across as defensive. Because you're now starting to see something. You're moving this over here. 3 and 7 is 10. Your spirit has already left the building. You're focusing on your 10th house, which is your calling in life, right? Your vocation, your career, and your vocation. This is when somebody now is starting to realize you've always been called. This is an inner calling from source. Everybody has a calling in life. You can, because at first you went like, what is the purpose of me keep being baited into something? Like, why do I keep being baited about somebody talking about me behind my back? Guess what? Welcome to Earth. Somebody gonna always tell you that somebody is talking about you behind your back. Somebody is always gonna be a distraction. That's what people's demons are. That's a distraction. Somebody's gonna always be like, tap, tap, tap. Guess what? Oh, guess what? This person was talking about you behind your back. Okay, they ain't say it to me, so as far as I'm concerned, it wasn't said. I don't care. So what? Don't you have something to do? I always wonder about people who are always sitting around talking about somebody else says something. I mean, just sitting around gossiping. Who says something behind? And who knows who's talking about who's behind somebody? Lord have mercy, child. I mean, for real. People still doing that? Yeah. Yeah, you're leaving all distractions behind. This right here means responsible. This right here means responsible. Somebody, this is what I'm seeing here. Somebody wants to meet somebody so bad. This is what this is. Somebody wants to meet somebody so bad. That's what this is. Because the sun is a star. Somebody acts like somebody's a celebrity and they want to meet them so bad face to face. Somebody wants to meet somebody. That's what this is. but they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to say, I really want to meet this person. So that's the only way they want to meet them. But they want to meet them under the weirdest, craziest circumstances. Like this. I want to link up with that person, but I don't know how to link up with that person. So I got to create something to link up with somebody. I got to bait somebody into a situation. I got to say somebody talking about somebody behind their back. I got to study their work hours. I got to create an argument by operating in the flesh. This is just completely weird. This whole situation, I got to make them responsible for something. I got to say somebody was bullying somebody. Anyway, like I said before, this is you right here. You don't have to walk around like you have the weight of the world on your shoulder, whoever you are, whether you're a man, woman, whatever the situation is here in the cards. Come out of your flesh. If you're around people who are talking about somebody behind their back, sources saying, hey, listen, this is a spirit that is connected to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You can, just like whoever these energies are, recall all of your power with harm to none. This is a spirit that's connected to you in some way. Whoever these energies are around you, remove that. Get that spirit off of you. Leave those distractions behind you. This right here is in somebody's mind. Do your mirror work. The energy of money is so attracted to you, it's not even funny. I'm for real. It is not even funny. So if you got friends or family member that's connected to you like that, somebody may have to end some of these relationships for real. So first red flag, pray and meditate. It's you versus you. Somebody has a spirit of, you have an energy around you that has a very competitive spirit. You have an energy that's connected to you that sees you as competition, and somebody can't see it. You may see it. Somebody already sees it. But maybe you haven't seen it enough yet. Like maybe something hasn't hit hard enough yet. Y'all know, like sometimes you don't see something until it really hits rock bottom, and then you almost forced to see something, right? So pour into yourselves more. Somebody wants the best for you. Somebody is a Python spirit. Yeah, this right here, we're talking about snake energy right here. We're not calling a person a snake, but snake energy is, because I think when people call people a snake, they look at it as almost like, you're associated with the devil, right? But the other side of that is not feeling nurtured in an environment. You think about snake energy like a person like got away with something, right? Like a person slithers on their belly. But you got to also look at the other side of, you think about the devil, the spirit of the devil, and the story of Adam and Eve. But the other side of it is like Kundalini experience or having a spiritual awakening. However long it takes for somebody to wake up to see that you don't feel nurtured with being around a particular spirit, because they don't give you enough time to process things. It's almost like whoever this energy is or these energies are, you almost feel like you're not thinking fast enough for yourself. When the truth of the matter is if you just test it out and just remember that things come to you, they're going to come to you when you're not around them. Things happen for you regardless, whoever they are. Your peace is paramount. So pray for them. Things come to you regardless. Healed people move differently. Somebody hasn't healed from something. Your laughter is medicine. Yeah, so toss it into the burning bowl. Whoever these two people are, it's like they almost give you the impression that they got your back, that they are, they can make money for you fast. I don't know. Yeah, somebody's like almost like trying to box you in, like they want to work for you or something. Anyway, create the change that you want. Throat chakra cleanse. So you may have to have a conversation with some people. Yeah, somebody's a druid, a kind of malevolent nocturnal spirit associated with nightmares. Yeah, so you have the gift of claircognizance. This is psychic knowledge about other people. So you inspired them to heal. Yeah, you inspired them to heal. And so trust your first mind. Yeah, so dream even bigger. Yeah, so get some fresh air. You're dealing with bullies, actually. That's what somebody's dealing with. You're dealing with people who have a bullying spirit. We can go rough somebody up. We can go talk to them face to face. Just ridiculous. Act like teenagers. Yeah, so get some fresh air. Somebody has a Leviathan spirit, an envious spirit. So, and a very prideful spirit as well. Yeah, so your gifts have increased. Your gifts have increased. Your spirits have increased. And schedule a vacation. And nothing is cute about it. Nothing, because it's going to end up causing somebody a ton of money. It's going to cost somebody a fortune. Treat yourself to a spa day. And maybe that's what needs to happen for somebody. If somebody ends up getting sued and it costs somebody a fortune, that's the only thing that may hit somebody hard enough for somebody to finally say, okay, something has gone way too far at this point. Right? Because I don't know who this energy is that you have in common with somebody, but it's almost like somebody either wants to meet somebody because they've never met somebody in person, or somebody has met somebody in person, they want to see them again. It's something ridiculous that I'm looking at here in the cards, but something is costing you a lot, or could cost you a lot, because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune here. So take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. Anytime you're dealing with hot-headed energies on your team or whatever, you could be a person who is very patient and all of this other stuff, but when these cards flipped out in reverse, somebody's ancestors are not pleased with something. You got too much in common with somebody. You got way too much in common with somebody and somebody's family. It's just way too much in common. It's too much. Something is too collaborative. Something is way too collaborative. It's like you and somebody could be making a fortune together, but it's the people that you got on your team that's messing something up. You and somebody could be, but yeah, it's the energies around you, whoever these are. Yeah, so here we have travel. Yeah. And that's how it is sometimes. That's how it is. It could be your side and somebody else's side that's completely messing something up. You could be in a relationship with somebody like whoever. You could be married to somebody. It could be your side of the family and their side of the family could mess up a whole relationship. Y'all could be in a marriage. It could be your side of the family, their side could tear a whole marriage up. Or you could be you could be a manager of a department. Somebody else could be a manager of a department, and y'all could have a great. Y'all could be like try to bring two departments together to like under one organization, in a tree, like in a department. When you're looking at under a larger organization to make some things really, really happen and tear up a whole thing if people are not working together well, because you got two energies who just can't get it together. You got some people who just cannot get it together, and that's what this is. These are major. The Hierophant is in reverse because something is all about material with this, and it's starting out wrong. Something is starting off just wrong, and it's like something is just gone from zero, just gone. We're so unhealthy here with these, whoever these fire signs are, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Something is just wrong. Something is just wrong, and it's fixed. This is a Leo. And somebody is just lying and waiting for something to happen. Strength card here. Somebody's just lying and waiting to pounce on something. So, anyway, here we have invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. So I'm not sure what's happening here in your cards. But something seems like it has flown out of control. And so here we have third eye chakra cleanse. So dear me. So transport yourself to the future for a few minutes. The future, meaning the one where you're 80 years old, happy, healthy, fulfilled, etc. Write a letter to yourself as you are now. Hold on. So write a letter to yourself as you are now. So tell yourself what you have to look forward to, and remind yourself what's important, and maybe ask yourself to get into that crocheting workshop, or start doing Tai Chi in the park at 6 a.m. Okay, and so you can get a leg up on your progress. All right, so this is a picture of this guy here in the card. Yeah. So yeah, so this card says here, invite help, and the person has their prayer hands together here. So it's got inviting the divine for help in a situation here. Yeah, but somebody has some hotheads attached to them. And so when you see the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that's not good. You have the Hierophant in reverse, and you also have the Judgment card in reverse. So some people are definitely operating in their flesh. Yeah, so my community wants me to thrive. Yeah, all that. Yeah, your community could want you to thrive, but they're operating in the flesh. You may feel like, whoever you are, you may feel like you've already talked to people and they're going to do what they want to do. Let them do what they want to do. Let the chips fall where they may. You've already talked to whoever you talk to, and the cards are in reverse. Let them do what they want to do. That's what I have for you. All right, bye.